Hello everyone, myself Monisha Acharya and I'm legal intern at Lexis and Company. Today I'm here to talk to you about the topic sources of international law. It is an obligation on the subject of international law to observe the rules of international laws, method by which these rules have to be discovered or created, or to say what codified in rules disregards. In the absence of any codified law on the sources of international law, Article 38 of the Statute of International Court of Justice has become relevant, which direct the court to apply international law, international international law convention, international customs, the general principle and subject to the article 59 of the judicial decision and teaching of the most highly qualified jurist. Following are the various sources of international laws. So basically, custom is the original and the oldest source of international law, and at a time it was the most important among the sources. In it is the foundation stone of the international law. It was so because the larger part of the international law consisted of customary rules. These custom means a kind of qualified practice distinguished from other by existence of the corresponding legal obligation. Customary rules are being practiced by most of the states, and these customs are being binding upon the states. Other is treaties. At the present, international treaties are the most important source of international law. Article 38, Clause 1, Subclause A of the Statute of International Law of the Justice lay down that the court, while deciding any dispute, shall apply international convention, whether general or particular, establishing rules expressly recognized by the contesting state. So, in preference to the other source of international laws, treaties are the agreements between two or more states or between other subjects of international law by which they create or intend to create a relationship between themselves. Treaties therefore have acquired a dominant importance in international law. Then other is general principles. The general principles are recognized by the paragraph of clause 1c of the article 38 of the Statute of International Court of Justice. When the statute of the Permanent Court was being framed by the advisory committee of jurists, which advised that the court should apply the rule of international law as recognized by the legal conscience of the civilized nation. By the term general principle of law recognized by civilized nation is meant that those principles which have been recognized by the civilized nation of the world community in their domestic laws, and thus these general principles are adopted as the sources of international law. Another source is a judicial decision. Judicial decisions are the subsidiary means for the determination of rule of law, and therefore are the subsidiary and indirect sources of international law. It is so because the decision of the court do not create any precedent. They have no binding force except to the parties of the cases. However, subsidiary doesn't mean secondary, and in many area of international law, judicial decision constitute the best means of ascertainment of for the laws. Now another is writing of jurist. The statute of the International Court of Justice had laid down that the teaching of the most highly qualified publicist of the various nations are subsidiary means for the determination of rule of law, as the writing and the teaching of these jurists are the best way and consideration which give clear and wide acceptance of their norms for the betterment of the state nationally. So, these writings are taken as the important sources of ascertainment of the laws. Now, another source is equality. The term equality as a source of international law is used in a sense of consideration of fairness, reasonableness, and policy, often necessary for the sensible application of the most settled rules of laws. It is not stated by any statute as it can't be applied in the court as it will give too much discretion, but equity is considered the most important form of justice when there is no law for deciding the dispute. Thus, it is also accepted as a source of law. Last source of law is resolution of General Assembly. Resolution of General Assembly of the United Nations do not possess legal character as such are not binding on the states. They do not create any legal obligations on its member irrespective of the fact that they have been adopted enormously. But these resolutions become the basis of the assessment of different rules and regulation regarding the performance of the state. Thus these are also considered as the sources of law. I hope you have understood the topic sources of law and what are the sources of law, what are the different sources. For more interesting topics and for more such topic, do not forget to subscribe our channel and do press the comment, like and share button too. Thank you.